We're going to solve this example by completing the square. If you're to complete the square, the arc term must be on the left side. The constant is on the right side. So 4r squared plus 6r equals 12. And then, the quadratic term must have a coefficient of 1. So, we will divide all the terms by 4. This will be r squared plus the lowest term of 6 over 4 is 3 halves. R equals 12 divided by 4 is 3. We're going to complete this square. The formula to find for the constant is b over 2 squared. Our b is 3 halves. Dividing it by 2 is the same as multiplying it by 1 half. So, therefore, we have 3 over 4 squared. But we have to square 3/4. That will be 9 over 16. That is the constant that we are going to add to both sides of the equation. R squared plus 3 halves r plus 9 over 16 equals 3 plus 9 over 16. Factoring this, we will have r plus 3 over 4 square. Where did I get this? The square root of 9 over 16 is 3/4. Equals, combining this into a single fraction, the denominator is 16. 16 times 3 will have 48 plus 9 is 57. And then, getting the square root of both sides, r plus 3/4 squared is equal to 57 over 16. And then, the square root of the left side is r plus 3/4. The square root on the right side is positive, negative. 57 is not a perfect square, so we will have to remain it inside the radical. And then 16 is a perfect square, it is 4. Now, we're going to find for the value of r by addition property of equality. This will be negative 3 over 4 plus or minus the square root of 57 over 4. Since they have the same denominator, the first root will be negative 3 plus the square root of 57 over 4. The second root is equal to negative 3 minus the square root of 57 over 4. Let us check. Checking if the roots satisfies the equation, we have 4 times r is negative 3 plus the square root of 57 over 4 squared. And then plus 6 times negative 3 plus square root of 57 over 4 minus 12 equals 0. Squaring this first, negative 3 and negative 3 is 9. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6 times square root of 57. And then this will be plus 57 over 16. Plus, we have here positive times negative is negative 18. Plus 6 times the square root of 57 over 4 minus 12 equals 0. We can divide this out. This will be 4. So the numerator now will be 9 plus 57. You will have 66 minus 6 times 57. Since they have the same denominator now, I can combine it with negative 18 plus 6 times square root of 57, 4 minus 12 equals 0. Combining this will be 0. 66 minus 18, 6 minus 18 is 8. 5 minus 1 is 4 over 4 minus 12 equals 0. 48 divided by 4 is 12 minus 12 equals 0. 12 minus 12, 0 equals 0. So the first root is correct. How about the second root? 4 times a negative 3 minus the square root of 57 all over 4 square plus 6 times negative 3 minus the square root of 57 over 4 minus 12 equals 0. Squaring the numerator, that will be 9. Negative negative is positive. 6 times the square root of 57. Negative times negative is positive 57 all over 16. Positive times negative is a negative. So, plus, still we have to write it at negative 18 minus 6 times the square root of 57 all over 4 minus 12 equals 0. We can divide this out. This will become 4. Since the denominator is 4, we can combine this into a single fraction. 9 plus 57 is 66. And then minus 18. Positive 6 times 57, square root of 57, and then negative 6 times square root of 57, this will be 0. So this will be 66 minus 18 over 4 minus 12 equals 0. 66 minus 18 is 48 over 4 minus 12 equals 0. 48 divided by 4 is 12 minus 12 equals 0. 12 minus 12, 0 equals 0. Therefore, both roots of the equation are correct.